dominant performance for y'all along the defensive front? What was working for you guys in that game?
Really just anything for real. We came out there with just to put pressure on the quarterback, put as many people as we could in his face. Crush the pocket on him so he couldn't run. We made it very hard for him to get any passes out of the pocket. So, and then of course with the run game up front, they had some really good backs, and that was a game plan at first to stop the run and get them to throw the ball. And after that, we just went and dominated on the field.
You mentioned that game plan. Was there something? I mean, they had offensive issues during the season, firing their OC, but did you see something on tape? What was the game plan that you thought worked so well against that team in particular?
I ain't really see a whole lot just because I ain't really know what to expect out of them anymore. Just because of that coaching change right there. You never know what the next guy has planned for that team. So we went out there with, just really like open to anything. So we were expecting any and everything to come out. So it was just something that we really prepared for, but we really couldn't prepare for, if you know what I mean.
Keldric, what's it been like? I mean, last year you were still playing high school football.
Right.
Has playing in the SEC been what you expected, or it's different?
I've been a little more than what I expected it to be. When people say it was the mini NFL, they weren't exaggerating. So, you playing against guys that are going to be, first, second rounders next year. So, I mean, this coming up here, they're going to be first, second rounders. And I feel like that helps me a lot, just going against those guys, because those going to be, if I do get a chance to play in the NFL, it's going to be some of the same guys I see over and over again.
You tell your brother cinch up?
Sir?
I said, you tell your brother he better get ready?
Tell him all the time. High school ball, it ain't like high school. I promise you, it's not like high school.
Jaylen was in here earlier, and he was talking about how much you watch film and prepare before the games, and how he's never seen another freshman do it as much as you have. Just how much has that benefited you this season? How much better you think you've gotten because of all the work you put in before Saturday?
I feel like it elevated my game a whole lot better. At first I didn't really know how to watch film, just because, high school it really wasn't a whole lot that you could watch film on. But now in college, you got coaches to teach you how to watch it. And now that I understand how to watch film and what I'm looking for, it helps me play a lot faster. So, me playing a lot faster helps me go out here and make plays for my team.
You were here in the spring. How crucial was that now looking back? We were talking to Kyan earlier about the same sort of thing.
Right. Getting
that extra time. I guess how important was that now that you're in the season, having that extra time with your coaches, getting to know your teammates, kind of getting in the scheme?
It was crucial. Really just because, coming in fall, like some of the guys that came in the fall, they really didn't get that extra time with the coaches, and just really to learn the scheme. I've learned the scheme over 3 or 4 times before we even hit the season. So, it was like a refresher every time. And as far as getting to know my coaches and, getting to learn how they want me to play my position, it was crucial because, you don't want to go out there and do the wrong thing and, it messes the whole play up. So, me learning how to play it the way that they want me to play it, and then just, playing football after that was crucial.
How hard was it to deal with the losing when that happened?
No one wants to lose, but, it just depends on how you take the loss. If you take the loss as in, it was somebody else's fault instead of yours, then, it's gonna be bad on you anyways. But if you take the loss with a grain of salt and you go out the next week and you prepare even harder and prepare even better than what you did that last week, everything should work out for you. If it doesn't, then you just keep working harder.
When you think back to this time last year when you made that decision
Right.
to flip, what was it about Auburn and this coaching staff and that led you to that decision?
really just the vision they had for this place. You know, Auburn was my dream school coming up. You know, my dad was a huge Auburn fan before he passed, so you know that was my dream school to come here. But I really didn't think that, you know, it was going to be the fit for me. Now looking back on it, you know, I think I made the right decision coming here is because I want to be a part of the vision Coach Freeze and the rest of his staff has for this program. You know, I feel like, you know, I could be a big part of the next step of, you know, getting to the SEC championship, to the national championship, getting this place back to where it's supposed to be.
You were recruited, obviously, really highly. And talked to a lot of head coaches when you were in high school. What is it about Hugh Freeze that you enjoyed in terms of his recruiting pitch, in terms of how he handled the recruiting process?
He really didn't recruit me. You know, he really talked to me as I was a human being, not if I was a football player. And, you know, that was important for me and important for my mom because we don't want to be, you know, another number on the roster. Well, I mean, I didn't want to be a number on the roster. I wanted to come in and have a relationship with my coach, you know, and that relationship with my coach, if football doesn't work out, could help me out later on in life, you know, just because I got that connection with him. And, you know, a lot of coaches, during my recruitment, I really didn't have that connection with. You know, I built that connection with Coach Freeze within 2 weeks of him being hired. So, and then, of course, me being here now, you know, we're still building that relationship, you know, till this day. But, you know, it's just him being a real guy coming in and really didn't shoot me a recruiting speech. He just came in and gave me Auburn, gave me him, and I liked it, and I came.
What's it been like playing for Coach Roberts?
Oh, Coach Roberts, man, you know, he lets you play free. He lets you go out there. You know, mistakes are gonna be mistakes. You know, but just play the next play. Coach Roberts, you know, he gonna give you the scheme. He gonna give you the plays. He gonna give you the techniques. He gonna give you everything that you need. But you know, at the end of the day, he don't want you to just be a football player. He wants you to be a football player.
Keldric, do you feel like the Arkansas game was your best game, and you feel like you're sort of taking some steps forward as the season goes on?
Yes, sir. I feel like Arkansas was my best game of the season. You know, me starting against LSU and then, you know, coming in against Ole Miss, you know, it really was like some eye openers. You know, I wasn't coming off the bench second, just asking Mosiah, you know, how is it out there? Like, what do you see? What do you expect? Wasn't that? It was me just going out there and getting right to it. You know, going and relaying the message to everybody else, and you know, just adjusting to that. You know, it was a adjustment at first. Like in LSU, I didn't know what to expect. That was one of the best offenses we were gonna play that this year, and you know, it was my first start, so you know I was kind of nervous, but you know, just after the first couple drives, first couple games, it's just like playing football again.
See what the LSU quarterback did last Saturday?
Nah, I didn't see it.
600 and something yards offense himself.
Man, he a ball player. I can tell you that he a ball player.
Keldric, when you look toward the off season, are there some things you say I've got to get better at this, or I'm going to work on this the most? You know, once you get past the season. Really just you know, perfecting my pass rush. You know, I feel like I'm a good run stopper, but you know, it's different pass rushing in college than it is in high school. You know, you got so many different quarterbacks now that can see the pocket way faster than what you can close it. And you know, it's a major adjustment that I need to come in on the off season and still work on during the season. But that's one of the things I feel like I really need to work on coming into this off season.
Freeze mentioned how it's really only been the past few weeks where Jaylen McLoud has been completely healthy. How much of a difference does he make having that consistent pass rusher on that side of the line for you guys?
Man, it's a I don't know how to explain it. Like he a great pass rusher. We just let him rush. You know, we really just
you know, just let him go out there and play ball, like, cause he's one of the best pass rushers in college football right now. So, you know, him being healthy, coming back is helping us out tremendously because we can open up the playbook for him. You know, get him in good spots to rush the passer.
You mentioned working on your pass rush. Are you going to take some tips from him?
I always gonna take some tips from him. He a good dude, man. He tries to teach me as much as he can, and you know, of course, right now he got a lot on his plate coming during the season, as everybody does. But you know, in the off season, I told him, I said I want to work with him, man. He a great player, great person to be around, and you know, somebody I want to model my game after.
You talked about your dad. Do you think about how much he would enjoy what you and your brother are doing now?
Every day. You know, every day I wake up, I think about it. You know, where I'm from, you really don't see a whole lot of guys go to college and play ball. So, you know, he might have wanted to play ball. He might not have wanted to play ball. But you know, I think that he'll be proud of me. I think he'll be proud of my brother in the way that we grew up.
Thank you, Keldric.
Yes,
Appreciate
sir.
it.